One of the most important things that you need to know regarding your travel history is the travel to the US. We recently had a client came to us, and then due to misrepresentation, he's about to be banned for 5 years because Canada believes that he told lie in an application. The situation is, the client about 3 years ago traveled to the US because he wanted to get his work permit at the border, and then he wanted to do the flagpole. He went there and then got the work permit, came back to Canada, and then 3 years later, recently, he applied for permanent residency. And in those questions that they ask about have you been refused entry to any country or about travel history, he didn't mention anything about that experience with US and with his travel and the rest of the process of flagpole. What happened now is that he received the letter from Canada Immigration, and they believe that he didn't tell them the truth regarding his travel, and now the application is on the verge of being rejected because he needs to reply to the PFL about this situation. And in another case, another client came to us and he was refused. Even he didn't have a chance to explain. In 30 days, he didn't have a chance to explain that, and the application was refused. Now, the most important thing that you need to know is that those who did the flagpole, you have to mention that, because first of all, it's one part of your travel history. You travel to the US. It doesn't matter if you were able to get in the US or it was at the border. And the most important thing is that even you were denied entry to the US because you entered, obviously they didn't let you in, and then you were returning back to Canada, and then at that point you got your work permit. So this is a very important thing that you need to consider when you want to answer those questions on your Schedule A 5669 or any kind of other application forms that you submit for the provinces, for federal government. You have to tell them the truth, because you sign a form that you declare that every information that I'm giving is correct, is accurate, and is complete. So in this situation, these clients have a long, difficult way to prove that they didn't tell lie and they didn't know that, because in most cases, you cannot simply write to them that I didn't know and then it was not part of my travel and I was not aware of this, because Canada Immigration believes that you can hire somebody to help you, any professionals that can really guide you in this process, and simply you cannot say that I didn't know that. This video is very important. Keep it, send it to anyone who you think they have the same issue or they may have the same issue, and good luck.